Hey guys, it's Thanksgiving 2018, and just coming with you with my annual message of thankfulness. I guess this is about my 20th year. Um, I guess I just want to start off with what an amazing year it's been. Incredibly hard, incredibly difficult, incredibly filled with blessings beyond anything I could have ever dreamt. I want to start off by saying how thankful I am for my wife, Kara. She is everything to me. She's not my right hand. She's not my left hand. She is my heart. She is my partner in ministry. She is my consoler when I'm sad. She's my champion. She is my biggest cheerleader. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my son Bailey, who this year took the position as managing a pizza parlor, and it's been incredibly difficult. And I'm just really encouraged to see the kind of man that he is, the hard work ethic he has in a country that doesn't have a lot of work ethic. He has a ton, and I'm always amazed at the amount of joy that he brings to people that are in his life. My son Albert, I'm so thankful for these last 4 years, 3.5 years of perseverance. That's the word that just keeps coming to my mind. I watched him go to lineman school and get discouraged time after time after time, not getting the apprenticeship job that he wanted, but he kept working hard as a groundman, working really hard, working lots of hours, and he kept applying, and next week he starts his apprenticeship position. And I'm so thankful for you, Albert. Jordan, I'm so incredibly thankful for you and the lessons that you've been teaching me in this new stage of life. And I think one of the ones that really stands out to me is how you trust me in the Lord. Jordan, as you may know, if you've been around my life at all, you'll know that she married a man from Singapore, and she has left America and moved to Singapore. She's left this little tiny community of Angels Camp of Calaveras County, and if any of you were born and raised here, you know what that is and how special that is. And she found herself with 7 million people on an island. And but she knows deep in her heart that not only does Brian love and adore her, but this was ordained by God. And long before she met Brian, she started having dreams about doing ministry in China. Now, Singapore is not China, but she would have known that difference in her dream. So, Jordan, I'm really ministered to by the way you guys are trusting on the Lord. I'm really thankful for my dad, who this year decided to make some radical changes in his life. He sold everything he owns and got into a really small Mercedes van motorhome, and he's just been traveling the United States. And I at times had my doubts about what he was doing, but man, has he been enjoying himself. And it's so nice to hear joy in his voice when we talk. This past October, Halloween, I was at trunk or treat at our church, and I got to meet this older gentleman, this old timer, and his name was Hank, and he was American Indian. But when the story got really special is when I realized that he served and he fought at the Battle of the Bulge. My God, I got to talk to a man who made this country great. I got to talk to a man who sacrificed it all so we could have freedoms in this country. And I'm forever blessed for that. Recently, my wife took a job with Edward Jones, with Tim and Sarah Oski, and I just want to say thank you to both of them. You've given her an environment that she's just thriving in. She loves to go to work every day, and I just want to say thank you to them for that. I had an incredible blessing this year of 6 weddings, basically all weddings that came out of our college Bible study, and what a season of life for Kara and I to go through those weddings. I want to give a special thank you and a shout out to Jacob and Amanda, two young people that are really involved in my life. Amanda, the last 18 months or so, lived with us here at the house before she got married to Jacob. Amanda, I miss your singing. I'm so grateful for those 18 months. I will cherish them closely to my heart. And Jacob, I want to tell you how proud I am of you. You know, that night you called me and you said, Chris, I want to get baptized before my wedding. I want to be a spiritual leader of my new family, and I want to start it off right. I can't tell you how special that was. It was incredible. A couple other young people in my life, Gabe and Bethany. These young people, I've been involved with Gabriel's life probably for quite a while. I can remember doing Bible study or Bible class with him at CFLC. And Bethany, she's another young lady that lived here for a period of time. And it is absolutely incredible when God brings two people together, how they just rise up. And they both have brought the best out of each other. They recently got engaged, and I cannot wait to witness that wedding. I'm so excited for them. I want to give a special shout out to Ari. I am so thankful for Ari in my life. Ari came to us when she was in high school, and it's been absolutely incredible. And, you know, she found herself pregnant with a young little girl, and it is such a blessing to watch you be a mom. You are so good at it. And that little girl is amazing because you're such a good mom. I thank you for making that hard choice and being a single mom. And it's absolutely incredible to see you and Sean together, because Sean is just helping you rise up to that next level. He's pushing you, he's showing you, he's loving you, he's encouraging you. It is absolutely incredible to watch. Another young lady is Sierra Louise. Again, Sierra came to me when she was in high school. It's such a blessing. And she was in Jordan's wedding. And when the wedding was over, we were down at the park, we were having a little bit of breakfast, and she came up to me and she gave me this card. I didn't know, so I opened it. And you know what? It was a Father's Day card. That touched me so deeply. Sierra, I'm proud of you. You made hard choices. You did the hard thing. And your little girl is amazing too. Thank you so much for doing the hard thing. And I love you. And I want to give a shout out to Jordan's bridesmaids. These gals, they came here with one thing on their mind. And that was to serve Jordan any way they needed to. Any possible way. I cannot tell you the glory that you brought to God and the way that you served Jordan and us. I was so, so touched. I want to give a special shout out to Kelly. Kelly, I remember that day we sat in my truck and you told me your story. Thank you so much for trusting me with that story. And I know that God is moving and stirring in you. And I want you to remember that we worship a God who heals us. Baptisms this year, I got to do 3 baptisms this year. I got to do Julie. I got to do Brian, Kara's cousin. And again, you've already heard Jacob. Guys, I am so thankful that you thought so much of me that you let me baptize you. You know, at the end of John, Jesus is getting ready to leave for the last time, and he tells the disciples, go forth and make disciples and baptize them in my name. When you gave me that opportunity to fulfill that command, oh, thank you so much. I'm so thankful for that. One of the things I'm really grateful for this year is the time that Jordan came to me. It really wasn't the tie because I'm the one who bought the tie, but it was what she put on the tie. And when I miss Jordan, I look at that tie and I remember. And I know that God has a plan for her, and it's far better than anything I can imagine. So yeah, I miss her. Mom misses her, her brothers miss her, she misses us. But we know that God has got it. I think one of the last things that I'm really thankful for this year is probably the hardest thing that I did this year. And that is I got to speak at Casey Nash's funeral. That was incredibly hard. I am so honored that Mike and Shauna thought enough of me to allow me to get up and talk about Casey. I'm anxious to get to heaven and see his smile. You know, I wouldn't see Casey a lot, especially after he moved. But I could always count on running into him at Frog Jump and seeing this big greeting and having this huge kid collapse around me and give me this big hug. I miss him. Lastly, I wanted to talk to you guys about a scripture, God, and more than the scripture, it's just like this concept that God has been pouring into me, pouring into me, pouring into me. First, I want to read it to you. You can find it in a few places, but I'm going to read from Isaiah, and I'm going to read from the New Living Translation because I think it's beautiful. To all who mourn in Israel, he will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. In their righteousness, they will be like great oaks that the Lord has planted for his own glory. You know, this year has been hard. These fires, these shootings, our politicians who do nothing. It's been hard. And the thing that the prophet Isaiah is telling the people of Israel who've been in slavery for many, many years is that God will restore us all. Some of us he'll restore here on earth and comfort and heal us. But ultimately in heaven he's going to restore us all. And there's a time for everything. You know, in Job and throughout the Bible, you'll read about somebody who's been deeply hurt and they put on sackcloth. Sackcloth is just like, I don't know, like the worst clothes they could possibly think of. And they would sit in ashes and they would mourn and they would cry. Beauty is coming. You know, and I watched that fire, the campfire. It's devastating. But you know what I've been watching? I look past all the tragedy, all the hurt and the heartache, and I see beauty rising up out of the ashes. I see people who were arguing on Facebook about left and right, laying it down and running in saying, can I give you something to drink? Can I give you some food? Can I give you a place to rest? I have been watching beauty for ashes. So I'm curious, you know what you're thankful for? Because let me tell you something. We don't have a lot of time. And God is moving. And if you've got some relationships that are in the wrong place, and there's any chance that you can be the one to instigate forgiveness, run and do it. Stop tonight, pick up the phone, call, don't text, call, be vulnerable, throw yourself on a sword, whatever it takes. Be thankful that you've You've got another day to fix that. So guys, I hope tomorrow you have an incredible time with your families. I hope your bellies are full. And I hope you find joy. Because joy comes in the morning.